You could actually hear it breathing outside, a wet, ragged inhale. Then it stopped, right outside the door. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Two massive thuds slammed against the door. Hello, welcome once more to a story. This story took place in Mexico, a bar. Many people witness what I'm about to tell you guys. Probably you believe, probably you don't. Either way, if you don't have enough respect for it, it might become your next reality. Let's begin with our program, What Crawls in the Nights. My friends and I desperately needed a holiday, so we decided to spend a week in Mexico. There were 9 of us in total, 4 girls and 5 guys. In my head, Mexico meant 2 things: tequila and chili. Honestly, that sounded perfect. We weren't exactly rich though. We burned through most of the cash we brought faster than expected, so we kept our cards as backup. It wasn't ideal, but it worked. One night, we found a small bar near the edge of town. It looked normal enough. Dim lights, cheap wooden tables, a long bar counter. Behind the building was a road that led straight into a dense stretch of forest. I started a tab and gave the bartender my card so we wouldn't accidentally walk out without paying. We sat down around 7 p.m. and started drinking. At first, everything felt normal. Loud music, people laughing, bottles clinking. And then the screaming started. Not shouting, not arguing, screaming. The kind that instantly crawls under your skin. Everyone at our table froze. What the hell was that? Someone whispered. The sound came from behind the bar. Someone near the road leading into the woods. It was distant, but clear enough that every single person inside the bar had to hear it. But the strange thing was that no one reacted. People kept drinking. Someone laughed at a joke. A couple continued their conversation like nothing has happened. Meanwhile, the scream kept going. Long, raw, desperate. Like someone was being hurt very badly. Then, the bar owner suddenly shouted something in Spanish. The reaction was immediate. The workers rushed to the windows and pulled heavy curtains over them. Every window in the building disappeared behind thick fabric. The owner dimmed the lights. Then he ran to the front door and locked it. Not once, twice. Loud metal clicks echoed through the bar. And suddenly, the music stopped. Now the only thing left was that scream outside. It sounded wrong. That's the only way I can describe it. Like 2 sounds layered on top of each other. One was human, pure panic, pain, terror. The other one was something higher pitched, animal, but not quite. Like both sounds were coming from the same throat. The hair on my neck stood straight up. Across the room, people had finally stopped talking. They were all staring at the door, silent. The owner stood behind the bar, gripping a shotgun so tightly his knuckles had turned white. My friend Jake stood up and walked towards him. "Hey man, what's going on?" The owner didn't say a word. He just raised his hand slowly and pointed back towards our table. Jake froze. The owner's eyes weren't angry, they were terrified. Jake quietly returned to his seat, and then the screaming started again, but louder, closer, much closer. Now it sounded like someone was being torn apart piece by piece. The human scream would rise, then immediately twist into that same high-pitched animal sound. It was like something was learning how to scream. My stomach dropped. The sound started moving. You could hear it traveling along the road behind the bar. Slowly. Then it reached the windows. Everyone inside held their breath. You could actually hear it breathing outside. A wet, ragged inhale. Then it stopped, right outside the door. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Two massive thuds slammed against the door. The entire building shook. Another scream right outside. Something slammed itself against the wood again. Then came scratching, slow, careful, like long nails dragging across the door. The owner lifted the shotgun slightly but didn't move. Nobody dared to breathe. The scratching continued. Then, suddenly, it stopped. Silence swallowed the room. Minutes passed, maybe longer. No one checked the windows. No one went near the door. Eventually, far away, we heard the screaming again, drifting slowly back toward the forest. It faded deeper into the trees. The bar slowly came back to life. People started talking again, like nothing had happened. That was the worst part, like they'd done this before. I ran to the bar and asked to close my tab. The owner looked at me for a long moment before speaking. "You and your friends can stay here tonight. Drinks are free." I laughed nervously. We have a hotel. It's just a short walk." His face didn't change. "No, you don't understand," he said quietly. "If you go outside, it will get you." My friends gathered around me. The bar owner leaned closer. "It follows the screams." A cold wave passed through me. "Free drinks," he said again. "Just stay until morning." So we stayed. We drank. We played games. We laughed louder than usual, but none of us slept, because every once in a while, far away in the forest, we could still hear it screaming. And sometimes, if the wind shifted, the scream sounded almost human, like it was trying to say something. Well guys, that was today's story. Hope you guys liked it. Please, if you guys stayed until the end of the video, like, subscribe, and share it with people that also like this type of content. And remember, don't ignore the sounds tonight. You've already awakened it. Good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite.